Okay, friends, welcome to our Feel Good Friday Yin Yoga practice for November 14th, 2025. We are going to be working mostly physically on the hips, low back, hamstrings, neck, shoulders. But if there's anything else that somebody wants to throw in the chat, I'm always happy to incorporate that into our practice. So starting with a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. We are going through Mercury Retrograde currently, so there's a lot of shifts, things happening. Maybe there's a little bit of like going backwards and rethinking, redoing, remembering all the things because it's a retrograde, right? So it's causing us to kind of maybe pause, maybe kind of tread in water. You know, you're just treading water here, just kind of holding still. And then after this time period, maybe we will have more peace, more clarity, more understanding, and we're able to move forward with the next step. So if you're feeling that kind of energy, you're kind of in between, in limbo, that's okay. Things will start to become clear. So here we are with our emotional energy centers we're going to work on today. Clearing out any stuck or stagnant energy by going deep. So we're going to get deep into some of these postures. Only take them as deep as feels safe and comfortable to you in your body today. So bring your shoulders over your hips, maybe gently lean forward and lean back until you find that just right space. And find stillness. Allow the hands to be comfortable, however they are resting, whether palms up or palms down. And keep pressing down into your sitting bones and allowing the crown of your head to rise towards the sky. Soften those shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Create some space. The space that we create allows that energy to move, to flow, and not be stuck or stagnant. And right now, just maybe scan the body. Think of the places that you normally, typically carry your tension. So be present and mindful, soften those spaces, and send the breath there as well. So think of expanding those areas with your breath. Slowly exhaling, and as you exhale, gently pull the belly in towards your spine. Press out all that air. Reconnect, remember. Set any intentions for your practice or for your day or for your weekend right now. And I want you to begin to cultivate, to manifest the feeling that you would like to have for the rest of your day. Let's plant that seed and allow it to grow. So, whether that is being more patient, more compassionate, more kind, more loving to ourselves and to others. Maybe the goal is to be happy, to be present in whatever moment we are in, to stop worrying about the future and to stop thinking about the past. Maybe your goal is simply to stay in the here and the now, because that is the only moment we have control over. We have no control over what is going to happen or what has already happened. We just need to accept what has happened and move forward and have a positive mindset. 3 more cycles of breath here. Gently begin to wiggle the fingers, move the toes a little bit, blink open your eyes, come back to your space. All right, let's go ahead and get into our neck and our shoulders. We're in a nice, comfortable seat. If you want to switch up the crossing of your legs, so it's the other shin in front, do so. Make any other adjustments. If you want to switch how you're sitting, if you want to come into a Virasana and sit on your knees and maybe use a block under the hips, you can do that. But what we're going to start here doing is just dropping the ear towards the shoulder. Oh, yes. I can feel it already. I so need this. And that's what I mean, right? The body feels it. The body already knows what's happening. It is our job to listen and pay attention and go, why is this occurring in my body? This isn't normal, right? Be mindful, be aware. All right. And then if you want, extend. I have my left ear to my left shoulder. I'm going to extend my right arm towards the ground, reaching those fingertips, reaching over the top of the shoulder, just feeling that divine stretch. Nice. Exhale out. Let all of that tension go. We don't want it there anymore. It does not belong there. It has no home there. We're kicking it out, saying it's time to move. 3 more breaths here. Keep extending those fingers away from your shoulder. Dropping the head a little bit more. Feeling and releasing all of that stress. Good. Draw the arm back in. Inhale, float your head up. A couple slow turns side to side. How does it feel? Whew. Okay. Bring your head back to center. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Drop it over. Make sure both shoulders are even. So we're not dropping one shoulder as we drop the head and lifting the other. So try to keep them even. It's just the head that has made the movement. I know for me, when I first started practicing back in 2007, sheesh, that's freaking weird to say. Wow, I can't be that old, right? Okay, so starting to practice in 2007, where I practiced, it was at the YMCA, and behind Mona, my teacher, was a mirror. And I have to say, if beginning, now if you want to add the arm, go ahead and add the arm. Extend those fingers towards the ground. Find that angle where you feel a little bit of release, a little bit of tension. You feel it. You feel the stretch. I have to say, mirrors are very helpful. Not like for a vanity purpose, but for alignment purposes, to see if you're maintaining the integrity of the posture, if your body is doing what you think it's doing, because sometimes it's not. And when I instruct like other practices, like we do Warrior 2, I say, look behind you. What's going on with that back arm? It's doing weird things. All right, 3 more breaths. Really feel that tension pulling apart. Oh, good stretch, mamas. Good. All right, slowly, hand come in, float the head up. Again, a little swivel. Turn your head side to side. So maybe we're feeling a little bit more even, side to side. Good. Now, something that we don't normally do, but I like to incorporate it sometimes. So take the inner weave of your hands, and we're going to take our hands behind the head. Now, press your head into your hands. Press your hands into your head. Try to keep the elbows nice and wide. Again, creating this tension. Now, of course, if we go one way, we're going to go the other way as well. but just keep pressing here. Hands into head, head into hands, but elbows wide, so keep it open. I definitely am shaking. I can feel the tension I'm creating in my body. Good. 2 more breaths. Of course, don't forget to breathe. Maybe smile. Ooh, I felt the muscles in the back of my head move when I smiled. All right, release. Oh, let it go. Maybe a little head movement. Okay, interlace the other way. Hands on forehead. Press head into hands and hands into head. So try to press your forehead forward. Good. That's probably a little more challenging to collapse the chest here, right? Since we're pulling back, we have to keep those elbows nice and wide. So keep pulling, pulling, pulling. Keep pressing the head forward. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. On the exhale, release, let it go. Now let's do some figure eights. So infinity symbol, the figure 8 on its side. I also like to call this the Stevie Wonder. Okay. Now, depending on my audience, I used to say this and everybody knew who I was talking about, but I don't know how young my people are on here. So Stevie Wonder is a blind man who plays the piano. All right, go the other way. The funny way with your figure 8. Right? Depending on the audience, I have to be mindful, right? So when I teach at the gym for seniors, I have a lot of jokes that they get because they're, they're a little more mature. They know some pop culture that some of these youngins don't know, right? All right. So hopefully the neck is feeling a little bit more loose, a little less tension. Bring your head back to center. Find stillness once again. Woo, got a little dizzy. All right, as you're ready to move, let's find our way into some hips and low back stuff. So find ourselves in our butterfly. It's a classic. It's fantastic. Betty girl, oh, I want my blanket roll, girl. All right, I'm going to have you move, sweet pea. Betty girl, can I have you move? Can I have you move? Come here. Come get Wolfie. Come on. You want the wolf? Get the wolf. You want wolf? Come on. Upsy daisy. Come on, mama. Really? Seriously? Chihuahuas. Okay. That's not okay. You cannot do that to your mama. Okay. She feisty. Okay. Butterfly. Sorry, that took so long. Soles of the feet come together. Roll your blanket if you're using a blanket roll. I love this. I used to have, could you find a seat, my dear? Could you come over here? Yeah, come on, over here. Okay, can you just get out of the way? Just a little bit, feisty girl. I used to have another mat underneath, but now I'm not practicing with one, so it's a little bit more, it's obviously hard. So I need the blanket roll now. So soles of the feet come together. You decide how close you bring the feet in, maybe further away, maybe closer. Maybe you use blocks for the outsides of the knees, or maybe you drape the legs over your bolster. Find your most comfortable setup for this pose, okay? So let's find ourselves here for about 3 minutes, kind of going inward, shutting everything down. Maybe the voices start to go quiet. Maybe you're able to really go inward here. So 3 minutes. You get to take it as deep as you want for the neck and the shoulders. Maybe you come down further, 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 and just begin to really tuck your chin in towards your collarbones. Continue to breathe with really full inhales. So nice full inhale, slow, smooth exhale, releasing all of that tension in your body. Really allowing that stuck energy to move. Just think of the whole back, the whole spine, just expanding with your breath, creating space in between all of the vertebrae in your spine. Hi, Mamash. I'm sorry. I need that blanket for later, okay? I don't want to get growled at again, so I had to move it. Okay? You little booger. All right, my friends, slowly bring your hands down on the floor and slowly begin to roll yourself back up. Oof, that was divine. Hopefully, you felt some release in the upper body as well if you came forward into that fold. And maybe something outsides of the hips, depending on where you positioned your legs. If they were closer, maybe you felt it on the inseam. If the legs were further away, maybe you felt it on the outside, the low back, all of that good stuff. So now we're going to take the legs straight, coming into a caterpillar, going backwards. Hey, that kind of makes sense. Going backwards with our Mercury retrograde. We went butterfly, we're going backwards metamorphosis. That's what we're doing because that's just how we do on Friday. Okay, so let's straighten the legs. I guess she wanted to be over here. Did you want your blanket over here, Mama? You wanna lay over here? How about there? Does that work? All right, legs straight now. If you feel like you need to sit up on something, if the low back is rounding too much because the hamstrings are tight and the hip flexors are tight, then please sit up on something. Try to bring your sitting bones grounded, thinking about the pelvis like a bowl, and you want it neutral. You don't want the cereal milk falling out the front or the back of the cereal bowl. Feet can be hip distance. If you want to use a prop, you can use blocks, a bolster, or you can just keep the legs with a slight bend if you need to. Straighten them if it feels natural, but let the feet roll open to the sides. And we're just going to come down into a forward fold for our caterpillar. So when you're ready, carefully walk yourself forward and hold. We're going to pause here for another 3 minutes. So you take this shape as deep as you like, right? So here we are getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings, but we're also getting a lot of extension in our back. And those hands could be anywhere that feel comfortable. Maybe they're alongside you. Maybe you're reaching for the ankles. You're not pulling, but you're just placing them there. And really allow that spine to round, really articulating each part of your spine, breathing into that space. And when you find a place where you think you can, you've gone pretty deep, can you take it a little deeper if possible, if that's within your range? Always finding the edge. We walk up to the edge, we dance on it a little bit, and we go, okay, this is okay. I can be here for a little while. And you're like, wow, this is like, okay, this is kind of easy now. Maybe go a little deeper. And then you're like, yeah, this is good for right now. I'm going to stay right here. Or there's days you do that and you go a little deeper and you're like, yeah, no, I'm going to back it up a little bit. This is just too much right now. That's you listening to your body. That's you practicing yoga, doing what works best for you and your body today. So wherever you are, if you're a lady on your moon cycle, please take that advice. Back off where you need to. Okay? You know when it's too deep. And you also know when you're not challenging yourself enough, but that's not for me to decide. That's for you to decide. As a coach and a yoga teacher, I can motivate you to go deeper and challenge yourself, but you know when you can, when you're ready. Like all my seniors, I ask them, you want to go more? You want to go less? Or is this okay? But I can see the progress. They may not feel it, but I see it. All right, my friends, that was our 3 minutes. Slowly begin to walk yourself back. Come upright. Okay. Maybe give yourself a little lift in the heart space. Wiggle the feet. Maybe take some circles. Maybe point and flex the ankles, the feet. Spread the toes. Anything that feels good. Maybe bend both knees, and then you can windshield wiper the knees a little bit side to side. Good. How we doing, friends? We doing okay? Feeling good? All right. Fantastic. All right. Oh, good. I see some hearts coming through. Fantastic. All right. I'm just going to pop this on there. I totally forgot to do this. I love these like promotional cards, but the fact is you can only put one up at a time. I think it stinks. Hi, Kitty. How are you? I see your little icon. How's it going? Welcome. All right. So how are the hips feeling? Okay. We had some hips. We had some hamstrings, some low back. Kind of targeted those areas already, like all of the things, but we're going to keep going with those shapes. So I think I want to get started going face down. So let's kind of start our frog progressions. We did some nice warm-ups, kind of butterflying the knees out, getting that external rotation. Hello. All right, so let's first come down into a child's pose. This is going to be like number one, area one, right? This is where we stay. If this is where we want to, we can't go any further. We're on a moon cycle. So I think I want to take it into a child's pose and then to like a tadpole, half frog on each side. The half frog, we can have a little back bend in there, optional. We can stay up like a little sphinx with our frog. I think that'll be fun. Listen to me, that'll be fun. This is what I do for fun, you guys. This is what I do for fun. Okay, sometimes I go to hockey games too and concerts, but I don't know. This is fun. I guess we all have different definitions of fun, don't we? All right, so child's pose. I'm gonna make my space nice and cushy. Like I mentioned before, I have no yoga mat, like rubber yoga mat underneath this cloth one, so it's a little spicy sometimes. So with that, child's pose. Big toes come together. Bring yourself down. If you want to use any props, you're more than welcome to bring a bolster underneath your chest, a block under your forehead if the head doesn't come down completely. And that's only if like we're lifting up, right? If you're lifting up, you can also place a blanket underneath your hips to give yourself more support so you're not floating in space. I always want your body to feel supported so you can really let go, let the props do the work, and let those tissues, the soft tissues, get their stretch or get their compression or get their twist, because that's what we're here for. All right, so let's start just here in a child's pose. And I said we'll gradually just kind of deepen the shape. Keep reaching those hips back towards your heels. Knees can be as wide as you like. Forehead down. All right, my friends. That was just 1 minute. Getting a little bit deeper into the shape. If you want to take the knees a little bit wider, really kind of start to frog leg them out. Toes can be together, or maybe you start to turn the feet out. Take it in stages. Just take that child's pose a little bit deeper. If you want to stay up on the forearms, you're more than welcome to, but you can always come down. Eventually, frog is like, chest all the way down and, knees out to the side and 90-degree angles, the whole thing, real sharp. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling the deep hip openers here. And this is what we're here for today. I really wanted to get deep. Let's go deep into this shape. Breathe through it. Let it go. It's no longer serving us. It's not for us. We're being redirected. We're taking a little detour, and it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's going to be my new phrase. Everything's fine. We're fine. Okay, that was another minute. Again, we're going to progress it a little bit more. If you want to stay with this, you're more than welcome to start taking the feet out to the sides, really getting those right degrees, those right angles with the knees and the ankles. I'm going to take it into a half frog, but keep it out to the side like that. So one leg straight. I'm going to bring that 90-degree here. That's where I'm going with this. After this, we'll do the other leg and then a full frog or any variation that you want to go back to. I'm going to stay upright on my elbows to kind of incorporate a little bit more of a back bend. If that makes sense to you, feel free to do that. So half frog. So again, think about if it was full frog, both legs would be out to the sides like this. Ooh, hopefully you're getting something out of this. I know I am with this back bend too. It feels so good. Good. Keep breathing. Okay. 1 minute. If you join me for the half frog, carefully draw that leg back in. Okay. Other side. Knee out to the side. Stay up in the back bend if you're joining me, or any variation. So after this minute, we have another minute. All right. Oof. So it's a good 5-minute progression with the frog. I like it. Haven't done this in a while, so it's nice. Frog is just one of those, to me, it's one of the deepest shapes along with um, fire logs, or double pigeon. It's super spicy, super great for the hips. I love me a pigeon too. Just a regular pigeon, so good, or sleeping swan. Some of my favorite hip openers, but frog, yeah, it gets me. It's a good one. Okay, friends, here we go. Last minute in this whole frog progression. If you want, um, whatever variation is going to work for you. You can stay upright. You can bring the hips back. You can get those knees in the angles, all of the things. Oh, yeah, this is just super fun. Yeah. Oh, this is not an easy shape, my friends. You can use a bolster underneath your chest. You can walk the elbows back to bring the hips closer towards the feet. The further you bring the heels, or excuse me, the glutes, the hips towards your feet, the more spice you're going to feel. Holy Toledo Batman. Okay, more than halfway there. We got this. Thanks for hanging with me this morning and doing the hard, deep work this morning for the hips. We need it. So like I said, eventually the frog would look like, chest all the way down and hips all the way down with the knees all the way apart. I don't know if that's going to happen in this lifetime for me. I'm actually okay if it doesn't happen. All right, carefully bring yourself out of your shape. Use that upper body to support you as you come out. We just stressed all of the tissues on the inseam of the legs, so be mindful. All right, just pause here. Take a moment to yourself, collect yourself, put it back together. I feel a little bit like Humpty Dumpty. Just gotta collect all of my pieces and smush them back together. How are we feeling? We doing okay? Did I break you? I hope not. Okay, good. I have some hearts. We have some pulses. Good. Fantastic. What did we think? How are we feeling about that? Good? Okay. Fantastic. All right, friends. Let's continue. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good here. Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. Let's just do a double log, okay? Um I'll give a variation. This is really nice. I like scooting around on my floor. My blankets feels like I'm a little kid. All right, let's go for the double log. Fire logs. All right, now that is going to look like you're stacking shin on shin. So maybe bring one shin on the bottom, one on top. Now, if this doesn't work for whatever reason, use your supports. You have blankets, you have blocks, whatever you have around you. Maybe it looks like that. You can take another blanket, put it under the other one. Or if that is just not going to work at all, stack them one in front of the other. Okay, we're looking for right angles. We will switch, so you'll get a minute on each side. It's a very spicy posture, so we don't need to stay there for super long. Just going to pop over. You can't see me with the promotional card up? Okay, I will take it down. Thank you, Colleen. Better? Okay, I'll put it at the back. I'll put it back later. Thank you. Didn't realize that. Okay, so here we go. Friends, however you're going to take your pose, if you're going to stack one shin on the other, if you're going to put one shin in front of the other, either way, okay? So we're going to do both sides, either one in front or one on top. Working to get those knees and ankles stacked as much as you can. Good for our hips. We're just going all hips today, baby. I like it. Okay, my friends. Spicy enough for you? Okay, carefully unwind the legs. Other shin in front or other shin on top, whichever variation you're taking. Maybe you took one variation on one side and you're like, you know what, that's not going to work for this other one. Do the other variation as you need. Okay? Like one side I didn't have to prop up, this side I do. That's okay. That's you being aware and mindful of your body in your practice. You know what you need. Good. Breathe. Maybe smile a little bit. Fake it till you make it. Maybe you're like, yeah, this really does not feel good, but I'm just going to grin and bear it and breathe. You can even take a little hinge forward and see how that changes the pose. And if you experience something else, another sensation. All right. Fantastic. That was another minute there. Carefully release your legs, unwind. We're going to find ourselves uncrossing the legs and then just roll down to your back. Bring those knees in. Give yourself a little hug and then rock your legs side to side. Knees in a circle in one direction. Reverse. Okay. Let us go ahead and find our way down to a comfortable twist. So single leg, double knee, or maybe it is a twisted roots posture, however you want to take it. And I think I might do twisted roots today. I think that just might sound good. So I'm going to bring a blanket alongside me to support my knees because I know they don't go down all the way. So wrapping once, twice, shift the hips over, then bring the knees to the opposite side. Reach that arm out nice and wide. Shoulders are planted and grounded. And breathe. Good. Just allowing that twist just one last time to compress and twist all of the vertebra in your spine, releasing any tension there, letting it go with your exhales. Good. Gently unwind your legs, bring them back up, uncross them, or whatever variation you took. We're going to go to the other side. So as you're ready, get into your shape and we will stay here. just for a few more breaths. Really allow your body to just be in this twist. Two more breaths here. Good. Slowly on the inhale, bring the knees up. Unwind. Maybe shift your hips back to center if you feel a little out of alignment. And then I like to just press my feet into the mat, lift the hips just so I have a little bridge. And then I feel like my spine is back to alignment. Hug the knees in a little bit. Rock a little. Maybe it's a happy baby. Maybe it's just, yeah, that's going to feel really good after all of that hip stuff we just did. So nice, everybody. Thanks so much for joining and asking for what you needed in your practice today, because I know you weren't the only one that needed it. I needed it. Looks like 65 other people needed it at some point, or 64. Thank you for 13 of you staying and completing practice. Thank you. Thank you. And when you're ready, go ahead and find your Shavasana, maybe a blanket under the head, maybe a bolster under your legs. Maybe you want to butterfly the legs out. Maybe there's something else that you need or want for your Shavasana. Go ahead and take that. Okay, we will meet after practice or at the end to close, so stay tuned. Thank you for the donation or whatever popped through. That's so funny. There it is. Okay, funny. Thank you, kitty. Okay, here we go. We're getting into our final posture for our practice today, the dessert, as I like to call it, of our practice. We did all the main courses. So this is where we get to kind of absorb and take in all of the benefits of our other shapes. We let it just kind of resonate and kind of get into, absorb. Why can't I think of my word today? It's time for Shavasana, friends. Find that flat part on the back of your skull. So you're looking straight towards the sky. There's a little natural curve in your neck, and your chin is not on your collarbones, flattening out the back of your neck. Hands can rest on your belly or on the ground. But however you choose to position your body, allow it to be a restful position for the next few moments. Let go of any breath, controlled breath. Allow your body just to be still and release any kind of gripping or holding or whatever we're doing. Let the feet roll open to the sides, like you're drifting back off into dreamland. Breathing here. And slowly releasing that breath. Again, breathe in. Hold it. Let it go. One more breath in. Take in a little bit more at the top. Hold. Let it go. Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath, my friends. Just gently inviting that breath back into your body. Make it a little fuller and a little deeper. And just begin to point and flex your feet, starting at the bottom, just slowly working your way up. Maybe take it into ankle circles in one direction and reverse. Good. And carefully draw your knees in towards your chest. Give them one more squeeze. Lift your head, maybe touch your nose to your knees. Good. Roll over or rock up and down along your spine. And we will meet in our comfortable seat to close our practice. All right, friends, I hope this deep hip opening sequence served you. I know I needed it. It felt great. Oh, hi, Mama. Okay, so there was our Friday practice. I hope the rest of your weekend is amazing. I hope all of the seeds we planted at the beginning of our practice for manifesting feelings, or like how we want to feel going forward today, tomorrow, the rest of our weekend, I really hope that kind of takes hold and it's able to bloom in you today. So drink your water. Allow those good feelings and thoughts to just grow slowly. And if you are in this retrograde season with me and experiencing some massive changes, we're going to be okay. We're going to make it through. We always have, we always will. It's just sometimes we get in the way of it. And so this is maybe the universe's way, Yahweh, God, the universe, whatever you call your higher power, way of just kind of clearing the path for us to make it a little bit easier to travel upon. And, just know that not everybody is your cup of tea. Not everybody is meant to be with you the whole time. Like I think it was Diana. I don't know if Diana's here today, but I think it was Diana that said it on Tuesday. Reasons, seasons, lessons, and blessings. And that is exactly what it's all about, right? I am, yeah, nothing phases me anymore in life. I think you get to a certain age or time and you're just like, yeah, okay, okay. And it's like not worth getting upset over. It's not worth losing sleep or stressing out. You just got to let it go. The body knows, the body keeps the score. We just have to stop and listen and pay attention, take that information, make a decision, and move forward. Like literally, right? It sounds so easy. It's not. My mind clutter, my mind stuff gets in the way. It's my biggest enemy. My biggest enemy. Faux show. Hello, Juno. Thanks a lot. First time here. Excellent practice. You enjoyed it a lot. Well, thank you so much. Keep coming back. We'll do it again on Tuesday at 8 a.m., Friday at 8 a.m. as well. All right, friends, let us go ahead and close our practice. So, on your inhale, reach your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine universal energy to your heart centers. That divine universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. The light in me salutes and honors the light in each and every single one of you, my friends. Namaste. Again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being present. Thank you so much for your donations. They mean a lot to me and Betty. As a health coach and yoga teacher, this is included in my income. So when you donate, that makes me happy, because I'm getting rewarded for my efforts in practice. So again, thank you very much. Thank you for all the first timers that joined today. I really appreciate it. Please keep coming back. We know that yoga has so many wonderful benefits, mind, body, spirit. So if you have any further questions, if you want to chat about yoga or meditation or Reiki or health coaching, wellness coaching, anything like that, if you need some support, I am your girl. Okay, don't go be looking for nobody else but me. All right, all my things, all my socials are connected onto my page here on Insight Timer. I have a link tree on my website, so feel free to go peruse. And I have lots of meditations, EFT practices here on Insight Timer. So if you like any of those, I'm going to start getting back into recording them because they're a lot of fun and they benefit me as well. Charlotte, the donation isn't going through. Okay, I don't know. I'll pop the card up there again. See if that helps. Boom, post it. Okay, we'll see if that helps. All right, thank you again for your donations. I'll see you Tuesday at 8 a.m. Do it again on Friday. I don't know. I'll probably try to throw in a Wellness Wednesday evening practice, a restorative practice at some point. So just be watching for that. Okay. All right, Stephanie, thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, your wonderful weekend. Enjoy your night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time. And again, do not forget to drink your water. Take care. Bye bye.